Students, and welcome to today's writing assignment. We're going to review some of the things we practiced earlier today. We're going to make this video lesson quick because I'm going to record the part that I want you to do, and then you're going to stop the video and practice that. So, for example, right now you already see my name and the date is written on there. So that's the first thing you need to do on your whiteboard. Write your name and the date and write it neatly, ensuring that you're using capital letter for the first letter of your name and the other letters are all lowercase, and that the numbers are tall and reach the top line, just like the capital letters. Okay, so that's what you do right now. And then you can continue. So right now, pause the video and do that work. And now you come back. And we're going to practice the letter C that we started earlier. So we've actually been doing it for a few days, but only today have we practiced the capital. So I will remind you that the capital C is the same form as the lowercase c. It just starts in a different place. So there's a dot, just like we used to help practice in the past, where you start on the dot and you make an arc. You come all the way down and touch the bottom line exactly, just like that. So if it's still hard for you, because I still see some people starting the C right here, they're starting to go like this. No, you can't do that. You got to start under the dotted line, or under the top line, then all the way to the bottom. Okay? So write capital letter C's all the way across. So I only did it 4 times. You need to do it again and again and again, all the way across your paper. And then me, I'm going to do it an alternating capital C and lowercase c. And when I said alternating, that means taking turns. Alternate. So capital C, lowercase c. And put spaces between the letters. There's no reason to crowd them. Capital C, lowercase c. Make sure the capital letter touches the top line and the lowercase c touches the middle line. So you need to also do a whole line of that, so it'll be like capital C, lowercase c. Okay? I think you guys get the pattern. So pause the video and do that work. Okay, now you're back and you finish those letter C's. And I'm going to come down a little bit more, and we're going to practice that number 1 and number 2. And you might think that number 1 and number 2 is really easy, and you might be right for you, but I want us all to be on the same page. So I'm looking for some free space over here. Okay, actually, this is where I have my space, over here on the other side. So you've done all this other work, right? You've finished. Letter C, your name, all that, okay? And now we're going to practice that number 1. And I know it's so simple, but we need to be on the same page for number 1. It starts on the top line. You stroke from top to bottom. Okay, we have some people trying to make the 1 grow up like this. No, can't do that. Numbers don't grow down. I'm sorry, they don't grow out of the ground. Okay, they start out of the sky. That's just the way it is. Number 1 starts from the top line to the bottom line. You start on the top, you go to the bottom. We don't want to get in the habit of drawing the number 1 from bottom to top. It is a top to down motion. Okay? And another thing is, sometimes this happens to me too. If maybe your head is leaned over a little bit and maybe you're starting to get a little crooked. Yeah, you can see it's a little crooked there. So I would say, yeah, you need to fix that. If you were in class, yeah, you'd have to erase that one and make it straight. So top to bottom. Okay? And I know I'm making it look easy, but I don't want you to be frustrated. It takes time and practice and you'll get good. Top to bottom. top to bottom. Okay, I did a whole line, and you need to do a whole line as well and make spaces between them. Okay, and here's our number 2. Like I mentioned this morning, there's an arc in the number 2, just like that. And then it comes back around, and by the time it touches the bottom line, it looks like half of a heart. But then you trace back down the bottom line, and it becomes a number 2. So similar to the letter C, you make an arc where you come up and touch the line. Okay, except for on number 2, the arc is it's a little different. It keeps going all the way to the bottom, and then this bottom line traces. Okay, I'll show you again. If you want a little help, you can put a dot, just like on the letter C. You make an arc, you bring it all the way down so it's lined up. So when you come down to here, you see how, let me actually show you this. Whoops. Look at that. See how, here's a ruler. See how it's straight? The bottom of the, well, it's not perfect, but pretty close. Watch, we can make it there. Now it's nice and straight. But you want, the idea is to get the sides of the number 2 lined up, okay? All right, so try it yourself. Make a dot, make the arc, touch the bottom line, try to make those lined up, and do some number 2s. Okay. And finally, now go ahead and pause the video because you're going to finish all those numbers by yourself. And now you're back. And we are going to go to the top where we already have drawn our shapes. Okay. So look at that. We've got 5 shapes that you guys should already know. This is material you should have learned already. We got the circle, which has no sides. It's all round. We've got the triangle, which has 3 sides. We have the square, which has 4 sides, and they're all the same length, so equal sides. The rectangle, which has 4 sides. 2 of them are longer than the others. 2 of them are shorter than the others. And finally, everyone's favorite, the hexagon, which has 6 sides. So you should know those, and we'll get even deeper into shapes in later in first grade. But those are the basics. Okay, so there you go, students. Please go ahead and do your writing activities. Thank you very much.